All right, howdy, good morning. Just a quick thought that I had this morning. I had spent some time praying and reading through the scriptures as I typically do, and praying for you guys and for Grand Bay Marine, of course, myself and my family, my kids and such. So I keep coming back to this passage in John chapter 9, the story about the man who was born blind and Jesus inevitably healed. And it seems like the theme for both myself personally and I think for us professionally is how do we do things better, quicker, more efficient, more profitable. And so I keep coming back to this passage because the disciples were learning those things. How do we interpret the world in a way that God sees the world? How do we do things that are more profitable and more honorable to God? And how do we get this message out like Jesus wants to, and get it to multiply and spread? And so this passage does a really good job illustrating a couple of big ideas. And one is that we're all blind. Not just the man who they came across who's physically blind, but the passage uncovers the fact that the disciples were blind because they asked the question, did this guy sin, or did his parents sin that he was blind? And so Jesus answers them, no, it wasn't that he sinned or his parents sinned, but that the glory of God might be revealed through this man. And so the idea is this: listen, guys, you might be looking in the wrong places for the answers. So, or maybe better said is, you might be asking the wrong questions. And that was kind of the thought I had this morning. Are you asking the wrong questions? And so I was trying to think of how that applies to me spiritually, and that's personal. So, and I'll leave that to you. Are you asking the wrong questions about your life? How do you have your best life now? What needs to be done? And maybe you're asking the wrong questions. Maybe you're looking in the wrong places for those answers. And so I'll let you sort of sit with that one. But for us professionally, I was thinking about this and I thought, we have the weather, we have the boats, we have the deals. What's going on? We should be writing more deals. How do we write more deals? And so this is kind of what I came away with. In an effort to answer that question, are we asking the wrong questions? Here's the answer I think that I've come up with. We need to get people on the boats, like literally on the boats, not in our showroom or in the parking lot, but in the water. So here's the deal. We've got the time. Okay, not everybody's that busy. Our service department, they're all kind of taking a breather before winterization. So this is the perfect time. Get your customers on the water. I'm talking to a lot of these people. I was here late last night. I'm going to make more phone calls today. Let's get these leads, these customers that are fishing around, looking for a deal, want to buy a boat. Let's get them on the water. And I'm serious. So here's what I want in the next week: everybody to get somebody on the water. Like, that's the challenge. Today I'm doing 2 demos. I know Liz and Mike are doing a demo on the 35 today. Mike did a demo yesterday on the LS4. So let's get these people on the water. There's nothing like test driving a car, right? It's so different than just pulling into the parking lot after hours and looking at her, letting a salesman go blah, 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 and tell you all the reasons to buy this car. It's totally different when you get behind the wheel. So let's get these people behind the wheel. And I'd prefer if you went on the test drive, because there's just something electric about getting on the water in these boats. It changes your perspective. So you'll close the deal. And I think that's what's key for us. So at least from my quiet time this morning, that's how I feel led. Let's get people on the water. And so 1 would be a minimum. I'm doing 2 today. Liz and Mike have done 2 in the last 2 days. Let's get everybody on the water. So get them rigged. I don't care what it is. If it's a pontoon, let's get it rigged and get them on the water. If it's a Robalo, they're not hard to rig. Let's get those on the waters. A Regal, same thing. And if they're on the water, shoot a video. Go down with the customer, take the boat ride, and shoot a quick video. Take a picture of them smiling with the wind going through their hair, okay? So that's the assignment. We want to close some deals. I think we're working maybe too hard and too frantically when the answer is right in front of us, just like in the scriptures. Jesus was with these guys saying, look, you're trying too hard. You're asking the wrong questions. Here's the simple answer. And so for us, I think the simple answer is let's get on the water. There's nothing like being on the water. You guys know it. It's refreshing. It's exhilarating. And when you have time off, there's nothing better to do than to be on the water. So let's get these people baptized out on the water in one of our boats. Amen? Okay, let's do it.